Groups of 2 as well. There will be 5 contests in this round, and at each contest, 1 champion will qualify to the finals while the other champion is eliminated. In the semi-final stage, unlike the round of 40 and round of 60, when we go to that stage, we will do another ballot. So when we have the 10 champions coming in for the semi-finals, champions with highest scores will be put in pot 1, and champions with the second highest scores in pot 2. Because we believe that if we don't do it that way, it might be that best readers will meet and one will eliminate the other, whilst maybe the second best readers will move to the final. And if we do semi-finals, yes, I have 1 more ballot. Drew a Kenny Patena, or more scores no high, will be put in pot 1, then more scores no a little bit higher in pot 2, so that we be meet you. And to say even say or score, for example, 80 out of 100. Now you say pot 1 for no so you 90 out of 100 there. It doesn't mean that the person is better than you. And it's woman who says scores no was but you can still beat that person and move to the finals. I believe say a bit me. So we want the best readers to come to the grand finale. Now the rules. Almost everyone and I said the rules and regulations that guide the reading. So in each contest, the contestants will be reading English and Chi, and we will have 2 rounds, first round and the second round, and then the total marks for the 2 rounds is 100. So the metric areas and society, the community level, we have fluency, pronunciation, punctuation, and time, and the scores or marks allocated to each area is there. So fluency contains the higher marks, that is 10 marks. I'll talk about them later on. The total score for each round will be summed up at the end of the contest before winners are declared. At each contest, champions with the highest score will qualify to the next stage of the competition. So in OCRC, we always look at your score, and nothing else. We don't judge according to your gestures and maybe your appearances, but your score. So once you have the higher score, you will definitely move to the next stage of the competition. Each contestant will be given 2 minutes each to read both English and Chi. Knockout stage level 350. The Chi has moved a little bit higher at this stage. Sneakers. White sun shoes were a boapa, a mouth chapecha, and crown of your face. Then your jeans, trousers, and also blue and nothing else. Or you'll be a winter shirt trouser, tiny a skirt, blue, and tea, yan shadow so sa. Na knockout stage, why yan sa, yam already. So we need be our qua, now our baby. Now the metric areas. Pronunciation. What is it? Pronunciation. The way in which words of a language is made to sound when speaking. So we all know what pronunciation is. So contestants, you need to pronounce the word as it is. Always you make mistakes by ignoring the words that ends with S and D. Most of you, as we attack up trainers, Mama Shannon, so Boha, the boyfriend be read the now about. What kind of powers and most of free judges and most Okay, pa so mo say ma bofra na frame judges mo sisi mo favor school bi mo ya mo favor school bi so we die we mu da ho ye clear but bako akoti akra na audio back no na bo say words that ends with s and d on tehwe nti singular verbs and then the akane na yen hye so if you pronounce them, pronounce what you see mayenti bibia clearly yate ase. Names of persons or places should be pronounced the way you see them. Marks will not be deducted when failed to pronounce them properly. Therefore, do not waste time on such names. Nouns. Obidin, babidin, ewom. Udruha. And how was a chinchina was our crabby jina dibi home, or person of force no bodino, not time they call. Mesre, especially English reading, you know. Names of places, certain places, any adi or more, and waste time on them. Mention them as you see them. So, because we tia, yam fantil. And also in Chesa Yakasa and Intino, ubetimi a mention yabu and iguso. And to say, yam fantino, and Chesa, oh. I now say to two or one can ye. A crab I could buy and I now say to two or one can ye. One better. Mum say I'm fanted, but reading a clear will be out who say a dino who and about a come. And to your stress, Yama Yamofrano and Shannon soon. Now, a clear say you mention, especially in chi names be a while, Nananom ding. And actually, Boacodia. Na ukana ubunu kumwa asami yesi enti yenhye so avoid saying words such as erade if they are not found in the sentences. Say yakwa hafo no one of the communities akra baako bi ashanten so menim say o mota ye pa kra na kan ayem hihye ne ade nti o tikura na o hu say ne yem timi hye no say erade Nina na otam na iko. Okay. Nina na otam na iko. Nti bibie ndi buku na da wani no. Don't mention or say it. Pronunciation. Say last year when we had the orientation, after that, one of the questions was sound on a pet, and I said men kind of say, words na ye mention. Say coordinator be say, train me busai. Say, are we using African one or we are using British one? Abrafo de ye use and I say before the pronunciation ye use. Say explain it. Say Ghanaians are learning from the British, and omo de ye use. But today be I am for a man crying baby because where say I don't know what in our assume from KG. I be do GHS3 and the teacher I can't share no. Udru has an bono. And our bonds are a jitum. And Tinoyana a honey and shadan higher home cohobe because they can see a cohoa and they are semeba. How the British pronounce certain words. What the bagana ha, don't say, so siano, but some of them can be considered. And yes, sir. Punctuation, we know them, the commas, the full stop, the question marks, exclamation signs, and the rest. We are there, Abusiafo, nka for pa embre, say a mofrano. As a senka or mutimi score 5 out of 5. But I know say because of time that the other son. A bit more prayer more to the extent say they omit all these things or they don't observe them properly. And whilst we are training them, you're making sure say they will pay attention to the punctuation signs. And yet then, but bebre bu omoni go so na amon kan yi. Then when you're careful, so you hear some students saying bracket open, bracket close. Yahobida, BSc. Quotation begins, quotation close. I know the Oka side, and I say, and you can see a stop okra. But you never say, Kakra, Nina Kahona, yes, you may. Fluency. And then I take the higher marks of all the metric areas. The ability to read with speed, accuracy, and proper expression. Reading fluently is very important because it provides a bridge between word recognition and comprehension. The meaning should be clear. Fluency there, I capture all the other metric areas. So if you are able to pronounce the words properly, if you are able to observe the punctuation signs, if you are able to read within the time limit, there is no way you can score higher marks in fluency. So whilst paying attention to the other metric areas, you could see, sir, your fluency marks also increases. Now, words or sentences or phrases in quotation marks should have different tones when necessary or if necessary. Abofra no nyina ni makenkan. Nanso wo behu se abofra bi ohwa otimi change tone of voice, especially wo words and as sentences and phrases a quotation marks mu a ya na reading na akono se eden so. Okay. Entino menim say English masters ya ha munim de making. More terminologies ni wo ho. I'm not an English teacher. So I know, I hope that you know what I'm talking about. One tone of voice, not the reading from start to finish. Am I reading in your day? You should have different tones when necessary. Avoid repetition or skipping of words and sentences. Once you skip one word or two or more words, marks will be deducted from your score. Time or speed. A higher share program we are said. Now you use the term speed. At the assembly, we were referring to the time 2 minutes. But I'm saying I can't speed in Intino. In our first edition, you have a challenge, you have a problem. No? So most of the teachers and the contestants think, say, speed in the area. It's a yes program, you ask in the crowd. Not be bring who say, oh, shady way and crying kind one. I see a power crowd, bet me I can't. The Tembia, I'm saying, community be an amacasa, there be a pesa near you how. And yet you bet me a rapper fast. And now you bet me a ready so fast. And yet, and until yes, our program. I cannot go down here, Jai. That is not the motive. But the entire at the time, Toso. In fact, I'm to so dear. Send a bar no Pacusia, you may because we'll be able to was here in 1 Now reading the crayon yet. The crown or on print who crown or Putino Ateno. And you who were the crown when Timo bit him up again, Tiaco teacher named no man aside. Well, man aside, we know the boy chat because I'm reading in an EB project our screen, so I'm one who wears no into our creating our bones with tea, with child bones with chat. And until near the time, Atoso. So it's a scale. Speed reading is a skill. Say, untimi yenesa, don't try it. So, young can be ready a little bit faster. No, it's me within 2 minutes here. Yeah, you say fine, come on, I'm waiting me, yenesa. But say, when to me and develop that skill. No, and how? Yes, sir, I'll be faso. If you check Google, And as an AI, Obeka was a good readers read at an average of 250 words per minute. And though some are naturally quicker than others. So 250 words per minute. About phone says AI, how many words should a person read within 1 minute? Or say 250? I think I can 2 minutes and can say 500 words. And here who's homo young cry, and then you're rapping, and you're rattling. So you know 350. Now it will interest you to know, say, most of our champions from what he will be to me a kind every year. I'm an eye clear, and so not time no crown swing. Every year, you to me who say, and now you be who say, be young credit be on by any sir. And yes, sir, Sebia issues be or number of words and the time limit now. And who chim win a mediamano, and no and more or more than so. It's a skill that they can learn or develop as they move forward. Do not skip words or insert words that are not in the sentences. So, you have to try and read a little bit faster by making sure that all the other 3 metric areas are being observed. And you read faster and just say, when you go punctuation science. So, and just say, where's the Bonibia, said the time, no? And will there be. It's not rattling. Until yen shadows so. Until 4 metric areas, you know. How do we judge and score them? So anytime you make mistake, a minus 0.1. So if fluency is 10 marks, as you continue to make a lot of mistakes near the strokes, you know, we count the number of mistakes that you made, near deducted from the 10. So each mistake be, for example, pronunciation. One more word be minus 0.1 out of 5. No, near titi from me we are the akado near the amount. So that is how we score or judge the pronunciation, fluency, and punctuation. But for time, depends on the number of words that you'll be reading within the 2 minutes. So as the child or the contestant begin to read, we also highlight the number of words alongside the reading. So at the end of the 2 minutes, we'll calculate the number of words that the person is able to read. Then we check the time scoring chart. We have something we call time scoring chart. Chart, every country and say, if the child completes his or her page, the amount of 5 full marks. But when me and we no ready 300 or 320 words for English, how many score? And the chart will determine the score. And yet judge or judge's discretion. Judge need me have plan and him long say, one can you man say. Now we are going to hear man say. I say a man of 4. So I cry the 40 a man 3.5. There be. And he already be time no and I speed in an American 17 score on the hodder. Chi the chika crash him. Until I ain't chin so Santi Chi. And you see who said a bones in phobia in Sieni movie to say, Ore, Re, Yere, More. And the son here wanted the animal. And I said, they almost said a member border. Come in, you read your hand, Betty. Ore, Oreba, Ore Didi, Yere, no Mori Tum. What in Nina? What in Nina? Say, you quite half no. The starting program you are shanting. You will say a lot of students have problems. I was hard. Until I knew you quite half of Shiko. So I pray how you good pal read the mistake ya ore. Kawatimi kind year, Kabun say, wonderful. Ara, para, biribiara obiara sesiara and nso weti pa bibia obia sesia tiesre yensha nso papa no a ofri afuomu ba no odru kotia ho no osye ne kentensi ho no oka kira akra no se onsensuoma no oje kruwa no onom ye no bacho ede hankra ne bebrebe kra bi good pa ahafo ye ko hu bisa enso na asante so the same thing ana ma chese so akra pa judges ne tiom se so ka ne bi se so ka moso ya ko hwe ne mo se ka akra yi jai yi ka fu jai yi ka me I started program no me hu bi I was part of the judges near who say baby community before pa ye kwa kanye pa it me promise ade de ya tate ade na to da nto ye ho hwenye ye ka akra wi nke mane di first na nka no mokoka bibi kire no na wo jai ka ba de ye ne sa o ka no 1000 ye beto 1000 enti wo be wi na marks na sa so yen hu se de ebesi abo nsemfo ano din eyie ene akenkan no ewotwi kasemu hunu se de akenkan ebe kasakwa ne kasasuo ahodo nti enwoma no enoso de bia nkofo busabe tiki na twi no woni material bia ho yenya bio in fact yenso ye program we ase no I'm far simple, sir, because say nyina ya abrofo ma ye pese ma na kan brofo nti English storybooks, English textbooks, novels, newspapers bibia ye brofo ene ya to agum sa o petwi enwoma aka de a kire wabofra na ayedin but minim say omo ani bre na wuru mu a obenya bebri ye betimi aba manhia ngoma no bi ho na ya to ne yakenkan ye be so betimi ebusa achecherefo mo kire twi no o metimi akọ Bureau of Ghana Languages almost wo twi pa bosu hihyo na akope bia mo abofra na kenkan the more walking kind no ebe kasakwa kasasuo ahodo ayeka ho asem yi obetimi ehun bebre na wasua ne ka na etumi aboa no etode bia mi ankasa mehwe nkora na okoto ebe bi pa akora na ibu a misa akora ebe wonte da tinye ono awo na musu wo mu bei okasa na yetimi sere kra yetimi so ejojo no nanso bia no wonte da eno ntino ye wo fie no ye program we ade ba ko so a ya realize ye hunu se o hwe mofra no amon wi ni programs nyina for the first 4 editions no a otimi se okọ mu fie a twi akenkan ani twi a ye kapa mo du bi ho ntino ya na meta aka se mofra omone sabio omona nanom etie na ye katwi pa wo fie ho no Bafrano eba ye program we ya na kenkan wo twi mu no ya na esronko enti ye momoden ye betumi aye enti asante twi ya kenkan ye se eginade eso phonology enti ne twere ene ne kenkan enyepe. Now on the balloting, so I'm done with the rules and modalities. So moving straight to the balloting. Manusia, yabaya Q&A, question and answers on the rules and modalities. And any other how I doing concerning the program, we will talk about it within some few minutes. After that, we will having our balloting. Then we are done for today. So all the 60 champions have been grouped into 3 pots. So we have pot 1, pot 2, and pot 3. So pot 1 are the communities or champions who had higher scores at the community level. I believe, sir, and yet the same judges and they call all the communities. So sometimes when I talk about these things, say we'll be a pot 1 and interest or better than we'll be a pot 3. Because judge now judge a crown or pot 1, you know a judge, they are pot 3. No? But the knockout stages there, the same judge and the best judge all the 60. Patriotias here. And to wait there, formality. And he said, "What could be a pot 3? Near say those in pot 1, they had higher scores at the community level. Now I crown or pot 3. Or munya lower score now whatever I'm a win show. On way. Be at the Oshaha no better than the Oshaha. So, but I know you bet me a use, that is a criteria. You bet me a use the group yomo. Because one year I catch us, I didn't know more pot 1. I didn't know them about pot 3. No one from Mama pot 2. What them about pot 3 into ambitious messino. And you know, we use their scores. So this year, at the end of the community contest, coordinators, any trainers, more than my scores. So the higher score will be 74.1, and the lowest was 53.7 out of 75%. In the over port 1, from 70 to 74.1, only go port 1 with green balls. Then those who had middle higher score in port 2, from 66.2 to 69.9, also our blue balls in port 2. Then the third highest score, 53.7 to 66 in port 3 with yellow balls. So where a community is placed in the pot does not determine whether that particular community or champion will progress or exit or win the competition. Until the said the medical can sanity. Will be a port 1 and she said, "Your person will win into the port 1." There will be 20 contests after the balloting, which each contest having 3 champions representing their various communities. Balloting will be done by selecting one community in Canada. So you do see a balloting now. For example, we so now a representative port no. The example now mama wahano Tafo in port 1, Jabin in port 2, and Kukum in port 3. They can come together and form a contest or one group. Asafo in port 1, Dua Yankwanta in port 2, Egra in port 3. Almost so bet me abaye one contest and I say one group. The organizers of this program, as well as GES, both Ashanti and Ahafo Regional Education Directorates, do not have a specific choice or preferred community for winning this year's competition. Until ye obia yasha dadi eni sin so say ono an be win. Say last year ye take the knockout stages no. Trainers be ba me ho na akra we yatese wose yatese onwie school obesa aba nesia me say ai ene honi trainers no mo so mo start na ba ene se oba ono na be say win because of the oye ye koduriye final after final no, for instance nti se obi call final me say be odika aka obi call final last year and say oba this year judges na say Otumfuo Foundation or the Education Directorate. Yeah, say once a person call fine 90. So Sabbath this year, Chinchina was already winning. No. Say or call fine near started round of 60. Round of 60, and yes, semi in your quarter. Now the Bidiagra will be free. But I tell you, or call final last year, but round of 60. Or the Bidiagra will be free. Simple as that. Until you need choice. You say school be an community be also say omone be winning. every champion is a potential winner. So road to the final. I don't know. Ewahano. Say we I will share the slides. So the teachers and trainers, coordinators. How the parents are done. And after round of 16, parents know how that. Who meets who? I don't know you. So after round of 16, we have 20 contests. After balloting, we have 20 contests. So after round of 16, contest 1 winner will meet contest 11 runner-up. Round of 40. Contest 2 winner versus contest 12 runner-up. But you say, sana parents echo. So round of 14, so the same uwi near no akushia do this second baby. Na yakwe anim sa. I just see through semi-final stage. I'm say medical can wasem. We will group them into 2 pots. Now those with higher scores acco 1 pot. Then second higher scores in another pot. Near balloting. Before we will get the 5 champions. So the knockout stages. So in all, we will be having a total of 55 contests before the finals. Knockout stages in 55 contests. Now, say Nebeko, for the first 4 days, that is August 17th to 21st, 17, 18, 19, 20, August 17th to 20th August. I don't know about a run of 60, 5 contests a day. 5 contests a day. Then we will come to the run of 40. And also we have 20 contests. Then it will be done in 2 days. 10 contests daily. Before we come to the quarter-final, 1 day. Semi-final, 1 day. So from run of 60 to quarter-finals is scheduled to take place at KNUST Great Hall between August 17 and 25. From 17th August to 25th August. Then the semi-final will be done in 1st September 2026. And said, before I bring my presentation to the end, let's look at the reading materials that we are using. So these are the nature of our reading materials. And yes, specific with regards to the title or whatever of the books. But we are saying that for English, we are using storybooks and newspapers. Storybooks and newspapers. So round 1 has always been storybooks. Then round 2, newspapers. 3 reading materials, storybooks. Then round 2, history of Asante. They separated the men from the boys. Then round 1, newspapers. So as you go home, make sure you prepare adequately for the newspapers and history of Asante. History of Asante books, yana binu mbusame. Unyani chi sa tra sa ehona kakra. Ehona entino. Obetimi unya brofo kra no a, wetimi mo akra na kan. Na ne mu chichiri mu kotwi. So thank you so much for listening. So this is the end of the show. Over to you, Mr. MC.
Thank you very much. Oh, let's give it up to him. For the past 40 minutes, he has been taking us through to various rules, modalities for the competition. Before I welcome your questions, especially those from Ahafo. Your competition, you had 100 marks. So somebody will have 88, 86, 87. What the Ashanti people who are already in the competition did was that their competition was up to 75 marks, the total. So we have scaled your points from 100 to 75. So for example, if you got 88 over 100 to win maybe Dua Nkwanta, here you will see that we've scaled it, that 88 out of 100, we will bring it to out of 75. And then that will make us, make it possible for us to position you in a port. The American United say I have more contest 100, but a namsa Ashanti for no year over 75 no modiano yedia atweaba over 75 enti se wonya 88 e bia beba ha na ba be 72 anasa ba be 69 na na ye hu porter yede wo ebetum. And enti number 2, only one community in Ahafo will have, possibly will meet another Ahafo champion. Only one. Apart from Dua Nkwanta, none of the Ahafo communities will meet one another. Kenya say is import 2. So Kenya say and Ahafo, they are import 2 and the remaining are import 3. Pacho, all question be a busan sana ya balloting as. Pacho, o busa question na upeja on sa na what you see mic na eben wo no e busa question na open. Ubetimi e busa na English, ubetimi e busa na twi.
Thank you very much. I'm Anderson Otumfuo from Akumadan community. And my concern has to do with the pronunciation. In Ghana, we tend to mix the British pronunciation with the American pronunciation. For instance, if I pronounce the word honorable, that is the British style. But someone may pronounce it honorable with the A sound in front. That is the American style. Primary. So my question is, are we going strictly by the British style or not?
Okay. This question I want one of the educators to answer before I come in. Data, boy,
Thank you. If we listen carefully, when the MC started, or when our brother TK started, he said, since we are following the British, or we were colonized by the British, we use the British language. Therefore, whatever we are doing, we should use the British, not the American.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are you a teacher? Do you teach with American accent or British accent? The English? Okay. What the people who are the judges also sometimes they even look at the root word. You know, some of English words, they are either from Latin, so the pronunciation, they are aware of that, so they will take care of it. Thank you very much. Any other question? Pacho, will be busa. Pacho, busa question and what can be a community ne udin.
Miss Osu, Quadia community. Pacho, me peseme bisa se. Asemfo a aya ye kenkan wo twimu a ye de ebata asemfo a ewo ho no ho no se koba ne se ensan ho aba na ensan ho na chi no atwrede anase asemfo a ewo ho a eno no ye bue ni ku ensan ho ne so ana medase
Kante Pacho ansamaye Mr. Richmond, answer
Yo. Okay, midasi. Se mtie wase bisana insan ho aba ansana ano atoaso. nsanho dwumadi wa kenkan mu kyerɛ nhomesoɔ iti hɔ no ɔkenkanfoɔ no bɛhomeso hɔ nom ne mpempi no ya na ano ɛba o abra nsanho bi ani hɔ nanso abɔfra no anaasɛ ɔkenkanfoɔ no duru a bɛsɛ no ahomeso iti wo homeso hɔ de a ɔsɛ omehu sɛ nhomeso hɔ nhomeso ani hɔ a ɛno nso ɔsɛ omehu sɛ ani hɔ
Pabcho English for no say enhomeso no yɛ in English.
Nhomeso ɛyɛ like I said the comma nsanho comma which is the tree no and can nsanho enti eduru on ma obepause ansa na de atoa so ɛne efre ne nhomeso no
Pabcho Pacho follow up question
me sire bisa se okenkan ni duru ho no homeso na ode asemfo a no ba ɛho no ɛbɛyɛ mfomso ama dwumadie no ana sɛ ɛha no ɛmmɛyɛ mfomso
sɛ a no wɔ hɔ na nhomeso wɔ hɔ a ɛno no ɔka ɛne akenkan no ɛna ne de ɔtraining no trɛ no ɛbɛsi so pɛpɛɛpɛ nti ɛba saa mfonso bi ama
Bebacho
okay
yeah Mr. Usumijiri say
Mate
yes ya tias ye nti Mr. Usu me da say obusasa mse na yesa me de ka ho nti where there is comma before a obe mention a no unti nti yeso ye nhyɛ nso saa mse de na me ka no na yesa me kyerɛ mu ekosi ho but said ye Mr. Richmond Usu kan no ya na ye few ones and intensi and also cry but ukohyia bia comma na ba ansa na a na ba ene de obeka a na unti acho ya sha ase ye nhyɛ no so ye da ase
Pabcho question for obi won se bi sabia champions so mutimi busa question ni bi o montiri ya wa ha aha Pabcho why na ebusa next question aha
Pacho me need picture Sopoku from Twansi community.
Which community?
Twansi. Pacho all my presentation or can be say as in for no say or can no tia na say a room 1,000 cry you better no. Pacho but the me when say BEC is a market say abofrani from so baako na utina so be repeat say mistake ni bi mu a yente no edim bese me hu say aso saa na tie ana odawroma
Pacho I had the sanity. No, you did separate boys from the men. And you know, say our word, no 8 in our passage in the mono. Now, baby, I have a drubia on a pronunciation, which I want to better. I don't know which point I will be not quite the sound. Pacho.
Okay, we about Jeffrey Gabriel from Mampong community. Brapeni ekasano oye se akrano ekinkanya na the number of words no check abi wo hono ma ebe check. So I wanted to know say if the child is able to read within the 2 minutes still na ebe the stipulated number na say obe exceed this number na e dia ma no because I say checker and ebe na ebe score. So let's assume say me ma call no timi kind 350 and answer whatever word no in 1 minute 20 seconds. Does it mean say obesa kan kwa kudru and answer obetra with the time na mo dia man and answer because actually me say mo be highlight it words in the diamano. So I want that place to be clear for us. Thank you.
Okay. But I say nti yawo but after today's program, may upload it on our various platforms. Time scoring chart, rules, modalities, BBR, a document here for this particular program. Hono. You better your platforms on both teachers' platform and coordinators' platform. Na Yahoo. And the time scoring chart, no, I should say. You say an average number of words for English, 350. 2 minutes I would cover those average number of words. The entire average number of words and they say pages be about 350. Into Akrana Kaya within 2 minutes. obi wo ha won wie but no cover the 350 na ye require no e ba sa wa wie ya bobel no wo de asi but still benya 5 out of 5 but say wa wie ne ye bobel na still 350 mark no ntimi ye nro ho a I don't na time scoring chart no ye be kwa akohwe nti chart no kire say 350 we say allocate 5 maybe 345 to 349 maybe a 4.9 340 to 345 be ma 4.8 nti range 340 and 335 to 340 say ye ma 4.5 out of 5 nti be bia be duru no wa wie dia be bia be duru na be kire score obenya ankura no bi nso timi wie se de wo kan na time no kwan so yi ano de plus additional and I say strength ya obi ewo but emfa additional marks bi anya dai e meka ho me da se pacho any other okay
pacho chaso pokotuanso community me pacho data no ye quality ye ni hu se ase age ehye ho ni sire pesa se akola bi mfie ewo age bi a and man of him and participate bi ana say a bi a mo di age bi ato ho ampacho mpese mi ho
okay
if say buy na ages ehye ho
okay program we is mainly for GHS junior high school students age limit enka ho them the entire require say I beg idea me who say all these students you share range na and I say age limit na we so more GHS ampa because ye who ya ko ba bia ma e bi no the primary students aba class 5 class 4 class 6 aba ma ya mo ready but ye start no bi no kura di wuram come at the community level tie catch them so mo ntwen na oduru GHS ana o de na ba this will be o GHS no 25 years kura still o GHS oba ibe mana kai ti esremo enye age no na eye criteria nemum GHS either form 1 form 2 or form 3 that's it
pacho obi apejane sawa ha pacho
pacho medin dia jumai sesi ya e kasei you need GHS 3. By the time they go for finals, not GHS 3 for SHS 1. Ekobasa ono sa student no or who kwan say obabe yebiana because finals no SHS 1 or who kwan say obabe yebiana because September you mo call SHS finals nso ye October etibasa e be den
pacho medase omo ye no omo register competition no emra no GHS entino all things being equal no yenim say pamcho BC results number now e ka say beba da be e ka say beba last week and last 2 weeks entino there is no guarantee class October no now omo eco school and then even if they go to school in September first week of October now no obunya any additional knowledge be at SHS level now obenya competitive advantage against the finalists no time wa all year competition no for a JHS 3 student entino or qualifies or compete that is how it is until so omo ABA school no kra na obeba ba compete because I qualify as a JHS student and I will compete on behalf of the school. This year, for instance, not JHS 3 for no because of exams now almost trained by anymore. No. Previous one, no, you be out of 60 champions, no, you will JHS 3 for 45 or 55 crowd. Maybe a JHS 2 for Kakrebi. And now we appreciate it because you themselves schools know the JHS 1 for ever. A binum cry we are primary school for Abba. One more high name. A binum we are moody one aba. About one more prepare more. Now, so a Corano Hana so JHS 1 now Denaba this year Beko, next year only first of Beko, next 2 years with the first of Beko. We do JHS 3 no. Who didn't buy any because Yanko JHS 4 years. and you know, sana,
okay, yeah, that's some time you. Question, and there's Obioha. Watch out. Yeah.
But now what you say? We bet me a year, a brat tavern swing. There's over good pace now. In other words, there's appropriate speed. Because if you are starting to put it, we not town swing and your puppet. But I hope
the last 2 years, the last year or last 2 years, at Dubiase, but you're Dubiase for her. At Dubiase, I could be by. Now you will see CCB auditorium. Yeah, last 2 years. Now the girl was very good, but already 10. Oh, yeah, just say, said you okay, and oh, I says, yeah, to me say. To me, within 1 minute 20 seconds. I catch a teacher, you know, after round 1, so I'm coaching, but still about round 2 to the same thing. Offrim. Tina Maker say, you come teaching you know, yeah, mark can say a power for kind of 10. The Mudia can say, naturally, a bit more faster readers. Okay, a muda hoba TV be answer clear. But Obu ha and yes, I know it, but in teaching in a conscious 1 yes, sir. Say yes, I now tear now for so one now, yes, sir. Judges an interview. Reading a munaho, the better things were free marks, mamma free, medasi.
Pacho, student balcon, champion balcon, Nanette. Question.
Pacho, my question is say if abbreviations are. And you say emphasize abbreviation be or how with me a bodino. Say be a TVET. It will so we pronounce the words individually. Person bisa say be or how to say emphasize yoko. Me my boy the first time. Me name say bet me abo. To say me born individually EOC or your own can say bet me and I say ye born a man can eat sign into ye bet me one.
I don't know, yeah, try as much as possible. Economic and Organized Crime Unit, our organization, yeah, try as much as possible, say, you be abbreviations, not every reading, because you realize this, say, especially tree, Ubo date now, I feel up in my hand, I problem P. And then, Obi Baka bracket close, bracket open, a Sanya Manning in Ano. Ye Fremontino, ye were Bibi to say TV easy to mention, na sad will be a canon. But you could now see the Bemoir, they first time, the economic crime and economic and organized crime unit, and Sunday, the Yoko Nasha bracket him. But who can when we are, there's no need to say, we can't bracket him, because you have already mentioned the name. But we are trying as much as possible.
Okay, so most of these abbreviations, you know, I'm saying, last year, thank you for your question. So they say, now you want to say, some of them are not so familiar. Until what the Bemo a hand crown baby. Until Basani, ye review newspapers materials na newspapers muna ye husa ane mano the enye so familiar na enye common ones no ye mfa abbreviation krama but the simple ones GES TVET terms ya say also read graphic ya what the kind am full meaning of TVET e top but we do the middle part na once I repeat the full meaning nibium and until na the common ones, no, ye frame. Say the bay out through simple. The TVET now they twaso. Minimum what must say. So the enye so familiar na ye nimu say ye penny for crank be a yin to me money ye no. Ye be ye frame. Na and crown more level dear. Ye the ship. And ye best trainers and say ye use newspapers in the training so I share and also so. Because wouldn't mean you them frame cry. Few ones immediate ebeba.
Pacho, Kenya say, Trina, Pacho.
So, Miss Media say,
Pacho Bodine, Rabbi Ofri.
If I'm Odum Roberts.
Pacho Casaguma.
If I'm Odum Roberts, can you say? Now, maybe somebody else say, your names. Then father said, Aquani Regi, your Manshia, who becomes Manshia. A Honor person, you share Honor so.
Oh, Pacho, names and towns. Okay. Names and towns are not deductible. Names and towns are not deductible. Why? Incro any edin yente ewo ye reading no incro any edin yente. Pacho.
Gabriel Wampong community. My question is, let's assume the student I brought is in Form 1, and then God be so good, Akrana Ewini. Or such chance, and they say the following year, or sign back.
Pacho, so we need Mampong community or Saba, but overall winner cannot compete again because overall winner now or winning, you know, on the other hand, the trophy, you know, for the doing the grand finale, you know. So we need you will be Nana Form 1, Form 2, so Form 3, Waba. Just at the community level, no, maybe I know I champion or community, no, will be a question them into another about 3 years, no. Name say, or Form 1 and also Form 2, no, but we need grand finale now. Or we need grand finale now, or you're eligible to compete again.
Na Mzabiu wama haya nika enu nti se wa shadow nso a nwanwa say overall winners ni nyina no by the time a mo win no more Form 3 menim say ya steady a ye nya akwara bia wo Form 1 and Form 2 abe win da e bi nsi da menim say this year na bi be si dia enti master assembly odi kan kan ne say Form 3 for adena ye haya ho Form 3 for aba no competition we believe say akrado through Form 3 and experience ya na was ropa Form 3 for no omo experience no be bia better than Form 2 and Form 1s ya try say 4 times ni aye we dey na Form 3 ni no or the Form 2 ni Form 1 ni be ko afi the Form 2 for no be ba o but say the okay you know in case ABC yeah di kan Canada I'm say information no be a hands and say repeat here unya AJ overall na competition no esi we na so I won't mean sign MBM na mo di second third fourth fifth dia obetimi asaba sa ni aye no the entire na saba akono say overall we na your mouse scholarship from foundation nti wanya scholarship no wasa ba biem na wasa ba je die biem scholarship ni biem abra onua betimi abaje bie nti na overall we unya wo dia na je say waje wa home na onua no so aba no mo so me press scholarship ni bi
Pacho, last question na yam ko balloting no after we na wo question bia we are available for you to ask me Pacho, last question
Pacho, media na any related to the ticket present here but media na say ye hwe ye man say na almost ya form kama na ye trainers no so no I suggest say o say case nya bi because along the line no e be drop out say na be enso be like be more motivated say na be like to be part of the team on the systematic and case be to benya shirt bi say na be ya tag ni bo man so yes be fata pa
Pacho, yeah, the more this ready and to management team. Yeah, that's. So now all is set to take on the balloting and grouping. And until you share communities now almost forming our media team. Let's start, and then those who are coming to help us with the balloting officers now, mobile boy now, my balloting, monko, take your post before I introduce you. Okay, so we are going to do the balloting, and can you profile the port one? Port one, who is in charge of port one, Abigail or Miss Abigail Boateng is in charge of the port one. Please zoom the communities under port one for us to see. Communities under port one. We want to know the communities under port one. Zoom it for us to see it clearly. Oh, you don't have it. So we have Manso, Unkwanta, Obuasi Tutuka, Adanse Asokwa, Dwaso, Konongo, Aguna, Kuna, Kumawu, Efiduase, Edujama, Buaman, Kodie, Ejoso, Oforikrum, Odium, Breman, Tafo, Asokore Mampon, Santasi, and Asafo, making the 20 communities in Port 1. And it's going to be handled by Ms. Abigail Boateng, Head of HR and Procurement at Otumfuo Foundation. Let's put our hands together for her. And then Port 2, we have Fomina, we have Agogo, Insuta Mampon, Drobonso, Mankranso, Kunsu, Offenso, Ninahin, Ebuakwa, Tuanse, Chedia, Feyase, Asokwa, Swame, Kontenase, Trabin, Obuasi, Kenyase, and then Dia Nkwanta to be handled by BAFO. Let's put our hands together for BAFO, Project Officer for Otumfuo Osei to the Second Foundation. And then in Port 3, we have Manso Adubia, Jakubu, Akrofrom, Kwadaso, Adubiase, Bekwai, Esiwa, Ejura, Bantima Tepa, Akomadan, Breman, Barkase, Trede, Mampontin, Dichemso, Bokrum, Kukuom, Gosu, Hidium, and Bechem, making the Port 3 to be handled by Victor from Otumfuo Osei to the Second Foundation, Project Coordinator with Otumfuo Osei to the Second Foundation. So as we used to do it, we are going to do it the same way. We will ask Ms. Abigail Boateng to pick a ball from Port 1. Yes, you pick a ball from Port 1, you open the ball, and then you show the community. Let's see the community for contest 1. What is the community? Jaso is going to be in the first contest against which community? Therefore, pick one from Port 2. Which community? Insuta. So Jaso is going to compete with Insuta, and then Port 3, Victor. So Jaso, Insuta, and Mampontin are going to lock horns in the first contest on 17th of August at Grecho. Jaso, Insuta, Mampon. And Mampontin, Jaso, Insuta, Mampontin. And 2 out of the 3 are going to qualify to the round of 40. The second contest for on the 17th, Abigail. Breman community, yes, Bafo. Swami, Breman Swami, wow. From one municipal. And then, for 3, Breman, Swami, and Kukum. So Kukum will have the second contest with Breman and Swami. Let's see what happens on the 17th. Second contest, Breman, Swami, and Kukum champions are going to lock horns. We will see whether the two communities from the same municipal will come together and push away Kukum, or Kukum is going to stand tall against the Swami municipal champions. Okay, Abigail, contest 3. Oforikrom contest 3, third contest for 17th August. Drabonso, and then Oforikrom, Drabonso, and Drabonso, Oforikrom, and Akomada for third contest on the 17th. Abigail, fourth contest. Odium champion. So while Oforikrom is in the third contest, the other community from Oforikrom is also in the fourth contest with which communities? Offenso, Odium, Offenso, Fidium, Odium, Offenso, and Fidium, Odium, Offenso, and Fidium. What a contest. Odium, Offenso, and Fidium. Fifth contest, last contest for the 17th. So it means that on the first day we are going to have two communities from Ahafo region competing. Let's see the fifth contest. Tafo, the last contest on the 17th, Tafo, yes. Kenya say, wow. And then the last community, Dichamso. So on the 17th, the last contest will be, first is what? Tafo, Kenyase, and Dichamso. So this makes the first day contest. 5 communities, 5 contests for 15 communities. Interestingly, 3 of the communities from Ahafo are having their contest on the first day. Fidium, Kukuum, and Kenyase will be coming on 17th to have their contest with other communities. Let's move to on the 18th, the 6th contest, which is the first contest for the second day on 18th of August. Tutuka, Obuasi Tutuka, Tutuka contest with Feyase, Tutuka, Feyase, Tutuka, Feyase, and Bantama will have the first contest on 18th, which is the 6th contest. Yes, 7 contests. 7 contests. Adanse Asokwa, second contest for the second day. Adanse Asokwa, wait. Adanse Asokwa against Chwanse and Ejura Sechidumase. Adanse Asokwa, Chwanse and Ejura for the 7th contest. On the 8th contest, which is the 3rd contest on the 18th. Santase, Ebuakwa, Santase, Ebuakwa. Santase, Ebuakwa. Santase Ebuakwa against God. So for that is the 4th contest. Let's look at the next one, the 9th contest. Yes, Abigail. Kumawu against Kunsu, Kumawu against Kunsu. Both of them were here last year. Both Kumawu and Kunsu champions were here. Who is going to meet them? Trader. Okay. Trader against Kumawu and against Kunsu. That last contest for the 2nd day. Efidiase was here last year. Mampong champion, defending champions. And then Manso Edubia, Mampong, and Efidiase. So that makes the last contest for the 2nd day. Let's go to the 11th contest. For the 19th. Konongo against Chedia was here last year. Bokrum, Chedia, and Bokrum, and Efidiase. Okay, so that is the 1st contest for the 19th. Abigail, the 12th contest. Mansum Kwanta. Mansum Kwanta against Jabin. Jakubu. So that is the team for the 2nd contest for the 3rd day. Abigail, let's go to the 3rd contest for 19th. Asafo. Uh-huh. Mankranso. Uh-huh. Asafo Mankranso. Mankranso produced a finalist in 2024. And Barakase, Mankranso, Barakase, and Asafo are going to lock horns. Contest 4 for 19th. Aguna Arafat from Aguna, from last year contest, she's representing Aguna community again. Agogo. Kwadaso. Wow. Kwadaso was here last year. She was a finalist. So Kwadaso, Aguna, and first one is Mankranso. Agogo. Abigail, which community did you pick? Aguna, Agogo, and Kwadaso. Aguna, Agogo, Kwadaso. Okay, let's see the last contest for 19th. There will be surprises. Adujama. Adujama Formina. Asiwa, Adujama Formina and Asiwa. So that makes the last contest for the 3rd day. So let's see the last 5 for 20th of August. First contest for the 20th. Ejoso, Bafo. Asokwa, Ejoso, Asokwa. That's the first contest for 20th. Ejoso, Asokwa, and which community? Bekwai, Ejoso, Asokwa, Bekwai opened the floodgate for 20th, Friday, 20th of August. Abigail, second contest for 20th. Buaman has produced a champion. 2024 champion came from Buaman. Francis Buama from Buaman won the 2024 contest. Duan Kwanta, champion from Yamfo RC, is going to compete with Buaman and which community? And New Edubiase. So the second contest for the 20th is between Buaman, Duan Kwanta, and New Edubiase. Abigail, let's look at the third contest for 20th. Kuna Pontonase has produced a champion from Feyasi before. So Kuna, they have produced a finalist from Feyasi. Akrofum. So Kontinase and then Akrofum will have the third contest for the last day. Let's see the last but one contest for the Friday, 20th of August. Cordier. Ninahin Cordier, Chumamponia district. Ninahin champion with Cordier. And then Tepa. So let's see the last contest for the round of 60. Last contest for the round of 60. Asokore Mampong. Asokore Mampong has produced a finalist before in the maiden edition. Asokore Mampong produced a champion who went to the grand finale. Obuasi also has produced a finalist in the person of Efia Hinewa, now at Our Lady of Grace. And then which community again? And Bechem, student from Bechem Kwanta, JHS is going to lock horns with Obuasi and Asokore Mampong. And with that, we come to the end of the ballot. So quickly, let's go through the communities and the contests. So we are coming to the end of the contest. Now we have our 20 contests, 5 contests a day from 17th of August to the 20th of August. Coincidentally, 3 of our brothers and sisters from Ahafo, 3 communities will have their contest on the 17th. So it means that all things being equal, you need to be in Kumasi on the 16th evening. We will make an arrangement to ensure that you are here on time, because Kenya's set off at dawn but had problems on the way, so they got here about 30 minutes ago. We don't want to have such a situation again. So those from far, we will make an arrangement to host you so that when the contest begins, we won't have any of this happening again. So the 3 communities will have to be in Kumasi on the 16th in the evening. We host them so that on the 17th we can have a smooth contest. And as we leave here, we are going to put the parents on your platforms. If you have any question, don't hesitate to send a message, call, and we will quickly respond to it. We are going to also get in touch with your directors to make an arrangement on how, for example, Ahafo people, we are going to make an arrangement with the regional directorate and then various municipal and district directors to ensure that you come on time as we will plan, so that nothing will happen that will frustrate the champion with regards to the contest that they are coming to have. Gentlemen, can you put the parents on the screen for them to see? Yes, so contest 1, we have Joasu in Suta Mampontin. Contest 2, we have Breman Swami Kukum. Contest 3, we have Oforikrom Drobonso Akomadan. Contest 4, we have Ofen Odium, Ofenso and Hidium. Contest 5, we have Tafu, Kenyasi, and Dichemso. And these 5 contests will come off on the 17th, Monday, 17th of August. On the 18th of August, our first contest will be Tutuka Feyase Bantima, Adansia Sokwa Tuanse Ejura, and then Santasi Ebuakwa Goso, Kumawu Kunsu Trede, And then the last contest for the second day will be Efiduase Mampon and then Mansu Edubia. That ends the 18th of August contest. On the 19th, which is the third day, contest 11 will begin with Konongo, Kedia, and then Bokrum, Mansun Kwanta, Jabin, Jakubu, Asafo, Mankranso, Barakese, Aguna, Agogo Kwadaso, and we end the third day with Edujama, Fomena, and Esiwa. The last day for the round of 60 will begin with Ejoso Asokwa Bekwai, followed by Buamadua Kwanta Edubiase, Kona Kontenase Akrofrom, Kodia Nyinahin Tepa, and we end the round of 60 with the last contest and 20th contest involving Asokore Mampon, Obuase, and Betrim. And with this, we are drawing curtains to the end of the program. Shall we take a short closing remarks from our chair who came to sit in for the Regional Director of Education?
Thank you, MC. All too soon, we have come to the end of the program. A little observation made during the orientation. I realized that most of our candidates or our participants were not writing, just a handful. And I wonder the number of people who were the facilitators. I wonder the number of people who were also taking notes. But thank be to God, the facilitator who took us through said they will send the slides. And maybe going forward, to my students, whenever you are coming for a program, make sure you have a note that you can put some words down. Is that all right? So that if your teacher is not able to tell you, at least you also have that knowledge before you leave. The organizers of this program, teachers present, and then judges, I thank you all for the opportunity given us to be part of this program. And as our MC earlier said, this program is the heartbeat of our daddy, that is Nana Osei-Tutu II. He realized that reading wasn't going on well. So if he should bring a contest, it will boost reading, especially in the Twi language. So let's help our students to read fluently in Twi. Nowadays, people pride themselves in speaking English at home. And to me, it's so disgusting because even the English language, we are not able to speak it well. How much more the Twi? Twi is a bit difficult. With other language, the Ghanaian language is difficult to read and then write. So teachers should please help our children to read in the Ghanaian languages. So those of us who write, don't speak English. If you don't speak vernacular, and we charge students for speaking vernacular, we have to stop it so that we'll promote our Ghanaian languages. To be frank with you, I'm an Ewe, but I'm able to read the Ewe. Because I'm able to read the Ewe, I can read a little Ga and a little Twi with the phonics that we learned in Ewe. So it's very important. If you're able to read the languages, you can read almost all languages. My students, go and prepare yourself well. We want to see the champions of champions by the end of October. By the end of, to be in October? Okay, 2nd October. And I'm praying for all of you to be in good health. And I'm praying that you take note of all that has been taught us or the orientation given us so that we'll make our directorates and our schools and ourselves proud. On this note, And on behalf of the regional director, I say thank you all for coming, and may God bless us all.
Thank you, Ms. Betty. Point of information. Previously, we were having Kwabri Kenyase as one of the communities. We dropped Kwabri Kenyase to join the mother municipal, that is Mampontin community. So this year, we are not having Kenyase from Kwabri. We have Ahafu Kenyase. So the Kenyase that we were mentioning is not from Eseba Duasi Kenyase, it's Ahafu Kenyase. I have came in with 6 communities: Kenyase, Bechem, Duamkwanta, Hidiem, Goso, and Kukum, because we have 4 municipals and then 2 districts in Ahafo region, and they brought 6 champions. So that is for your information. We wish all of you well, and may God take you home safely in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Please, first, our champions, we will employ you to wait for maybe 5 to 10 minutes because we need to give you a pack of food. Some of you came early and you are going fast, so we need to provide lunch for both champions and teachers and coordinators. So please, the car is locked.